Hello friends, today on the landing point, Defying Orders. It was December 7th, 1941. The world was screaming. On Battleship Row in Pearl Harbor sat the USS Arizona, a once mighty vessel transformed into a literal volcano of fire and twisted steel. More than 1,000 men were already gone, and for a handful of the sailors that were still trapped in the remains of the burning ship, the end wasn't coming soon enough. Amongst this chaos was a young sailor aboard a repair ship, the USS Vestal, which was docked right alongside the dying battleship. This young man was a bit of a handful, though, for his officers. In fact, on this quiet Sunday morning, he was actually supposed to be in the brig for a minor disciplinary action. But when the bombs started falling, he didn't wait for permission. He grabbed an axe, and cut himself out of confinement and headed for the deck. Through the black oily smoke, he looked across the narrow gap to see the Arizona, and he saw them. 6 men, hurtled on a control panel, trapped by a sea of burning gasoline. They were waving, screaming for help that wasn't coming. The vessel's senior officers had given the order: cut the lines, get away before they blew up. But the troublemaker sailor wouldn't let them go. He looked at those 6 men, burned, desperate, and dying. And he did something he was explicitly ordered not to do. He picked up a heavy heaving line, and with a strength fueled by pure adrenaline, he hurled it across the gap. It fell short. He hauled it back. He threw it again, and on the 3rd time, the men of the Arizona caught it. They tied it off, and one by one, those 6 sailors crawled across that rope, 70 feet above the harbor of fire, to the safety of the Vestal. For decades, the story of those 6 survivors was well known, but the man who threw the rope lived in the shadows. His superiors back then weren't interested in medals to a man who technically disobeyed orders to save lives. They were more interested in his disciplinary record. He left the Navy after the war, never asking for a thank you, never asking for the spotlight. It took over 70 years for the Navy to finally realize they had missed a hero in the smoke. So in 2017, at the Bronze Star ceremony he wasn't alive to see, the world finally learned the name of the man who chose a rope over regulations. The defiant sailor who looked on the burning battleship and said, "Not today," was Chief Boatswain Mate Joe George. And if you realize it or not, this is the landing point. Thank you for watching today, The Landing Point. Our stories come out Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, so you can always catch our latest story. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Roadrunner Real Estate. They're a full-service real estate company that can help you with both your real estate, residential and commercial needs, both buying and selling and leasing for the commercial side. If you haven't done so already, please go out to our YouTube page and subscribe so you can get our latest stories that come out. If you want our latest updates, please go to our Facebook page and follow and like that. And then for those of you that enjoy just listening to stories when you're out on the drive, we do have our podcast too that you can hear the same stories. Thank you for listening to today's story, and we'll catch you next time.